in the 1960s or 1964, the Bank of England gave the first legal tender, first legal form of money or currency that people can use to its day-to-day normal and day-to-day transaction. Now fast forward in 2024, 2025, what we're predicting to see is central bank, the Bank of England, now starting to do a piloting stage in terms of offering CBDC. CBDC stands for Central Bank Digital Currency, or in a nutshell, the way I see it will be controlled banking digital currency, where this currency will be used to silence people who will not do what the leader or what the head of state in their country says people to do. The CBDCs, they're portraying it to be very good in terms of, hey, let's start using the CBDC, central bank digital currency, which will similarity mimic Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But we know one of the beautiful thing about cryptocurrency is its decentralized form, right? It's a decentralized form of system. Now they want to create a central money system that will be controlled by the central bank or by selected banks or by selected agencies and institutions that will offer these CBDCs. It will operate like digital, it will operate like crypto. When you hold your coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Dogecoin, you name it, right? But it will be offered by the central bank, and it will be somehow a controlled form of currency, whereby we see in Africa, Nigeria was the first country all over the African nation whereby the governor whereby the head of state and the governor of the Bank of Nigeria, he said that we will offer a limit for people to withdraw via the ATM, and the cap that you can withdraw in your ATM is less than $300. Less than $300. We saw the governor of Kenya say, hey, listen, CBDC is not in our priority list, so we will focus on it, but not now. Okay, which was fairly good for those people who live in Kenya. But at the same time, we saw what happened in the state, that the Supreme Court of the state, they decided, they burnt the CBDC. But what we start to realize with Powell, okay, is that they in proper slowly adoption, okay, piloting stages of the CBDC. And my biggest fear is that Trump says that he won't ban crypto, but I'm curious if Donald Trump gets re-elected to be the United States president again. I don't know what he will do with the CBDC and the cryptocurrency, but what I know that in the next century, in the next decade to come, okay, what I'm starting to see and feel is that the US dollar primarily will collapse. The Western hegemony system, financial system, the SWIFT banking system will collapse. We saw the rise of de-dollarization. We saw the US dollar is stinking. We saw like metals like gold and silver. The price of gold and silver is increasing at the all-time high, nearly reaching $3,000 or $2,500 per ounce. Okay, at the same time, we see countries like Switzerland, the CHF, the Switzerland franc. It's a form of safe haven for countries where people are primarily buying it more and more than the dollars. Okay, we see the rise of BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and probably 52 countries. They are low-key in submitting the application for them to be selected by the BRICS, so that they can form a new world of monetary system to create a currency that is backed by gold, because the US dollar is not backed by gold anymore. It was backed by oil, which was a 75-year period with the Saudi Arabia Empire. And the Saudi Arabia, to my belief, is that they have decided not to renew their contract with the US dollar, where they say, hey, listen, we will sell the oil. If you other countries, except from China, we will sell China our oil with the Chinese yuan. We will sell the Russian with the Russian ruble. Okay, and for all the countries, we will still take your dollars. At the same time, they have a vision 2050, 2030. They are looking for ways that they will create a system that is not heavily reliant. They don't heavily depend on the United States dollar anymore, right? Because with the war in Russia and Ukraine, right, what we start to see is that the West, they blocked $300 billion, right, seizure of the assets of the treasury bonds that the Russia and the Russian people bought. It was blocked. 300 billion. That's like legitimately stealing people money, right? Giving sanction over 16,000 sanction to Russian. And what we saw the Russians people do, that before they attacked Ukraine, all of their transaction, they were settling in the dollar. All of their transaction. Now it's less than 27%. Less than 27% of all their transaction that is being settled in dollar. We saw Russia becoming a high income state, as primarily they should be drowning in debt. Okay, whereby we see countries started to enable the CBDC, the central bank digital currency, central bank to mimic the cryptocurrency. But you know what? With awareness of people starting to increase, a lot of people are moving to the cryptocurrency in form of Filipinos. Guys are becoming rich overnight with playing crypto games, with investing in cryptocurrencies. We see crypto island in Philippines, and it is so good that because of this decentralization form of currency, whereas the CBDC will be very central and very controlled. And if, for example, if you are against the government, if for example a pandemic comes and you not accept the vaccine, what will happen is your CBDC account, your CBDC wallet, your CBDC money will be frozen. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will do more and more videos on still CBDC and geofinance and geoeconomics and geopolitics. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next